As the US has listed North Korea among the world's worst nations for human trafficking for a 20th straight year, the North's hit back by labeling the finding absolute nonsense. So the 2022 Trafficking-in-Persons Report is the latest edition of an annual report released by the US State Department since 2001. According to Actions to Prevent Human Trafficking, Protect Victims and Prosecute Traffickers, the report places 188 nations into 4 tiers, the lowest being Tier 3. And with North Korea being again placed in that category, the report highlighted the North's government policy or pattern of human trafficking in prison camps as part of an established system of political repression, in labour training centres, in the mass mobilisations of adults and children, and through its imposition of forced labour conditions on DPRK overseas workers, referring to North Koreans based abroad. The report accused North Korea of using proceeds from state-sponsored forced labour to fund government functions, as well as other illicit activity. As well as being included in Tier 3, North Korea is among 11 nations on the report's human trafficking blacklist. US Secretary of State Antony-Blinken explained that in these 11 countries, governments subject their own people to trafficking. Alongside the North, China and Russia are both on that blacklist, with both nations being the main places where North Korean foreign workers end up, reportedly losing up to 90% of their wages to the North's government. The report also mentioned the smuggling of North Korean women and girls into China for marriage or sex work. North Korea's response on the Foreign Ministry's website claims the American report is absurd. It argues that the US should first look to its own nasty human trafficking history going back hundreds of years, including the recent deaths of dozens of immigrants in a shipping container in the suburbs of San Antonio, Texas, in addition to 12.5 million Africans being forced into slavery between the 16th and 19th centuries. In Pyongyang's view, human trafficking in the US is a remnant of a slave society and as prevalent as a normal commercial activity.